Have you ever had a moment that sliced your life neatly in two? Before and after? Mine came on a Tuesday, not with a bang, but with a quiet knock on my front door. It was our neighbor, Mark, from 3B. He stood there, rain slicked and avoiding my eyes, and uttered 3 words that shattered the foundation of my world. She's with me. He didn't have to say who she was. I saw her car, a familiar silver Lexus, parked just behind his pickup truck on the curb, a ghost in the Chicago twilight. The bedroom light in his apartment was on, casting a warm, intimate glow that felt like a physical blow. The real mystery wasn't that my wife was there. It was how long the light in that window had been a secret beacon I was never meant to see. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. For 10 years, Sarah was my everything. We built a life in a Lincoln Park brownstone, filled with inside jokes and the comfortable silence of 2 people who knew each other's souls. Or so I thought. The after began subtly. Her phone, once left carelessly on the kitchen counter, was now permanently attached to her hand, screen down. Late-night work emergencies became a weekly occurrence. When I'd try to hold her, she'd stiffen, murmuring she was tired, stressed. The woman I married was fading, replaced by a cold, polished stranger who looked at me with something bordering on pity. The villains, my wife and my neighbor, felt untouchable. They moved in a world of whispered calls and deleted texts, their arrogance a shield. I'd hear them laughing together by the mailboxes, a casual, friendly sound that now felt like a razor blade against my skin. I was the fool, the obstacle to their happiness. The humiliation was a constant, bitter taste in my mouth. One night, I found a receipt for a hotel I knew she'd never stay in for work, the Peninsula, downtown. A charge for 2 for champagne. I sat on the floor of our walk-in closet, surrounded by her clothes, the scent of her perfume, and I broke. The sobs were silent, racking my body until I was empty. That was the last tear I shed for her. In that emptiness, something new and cold took root. The broken man was gone, replaced by a strategist. My grief sharpened into a weapon. I started gathering proof. A keylogger on the home computer, small voice-activated recorder tucked under the passenger seat of her car. I listened to their plans, their mockery of me, their promises to each other. Each word was another stone in the foundation of my revenge. I contacted the best divorce attorney in Chicago, a shark named Alistair Finch. We didn't just file for divorce, we prepared for war. We documented every asset she'd hidden, every dollar she'd spent on him. The social trap was next. We were part of a tight-knit charity circle, the one she loved more than anything. Our annual gala, her crowning social event, was a month away. I made sure she believed I was oblivious, playing the part of the heartbroken but hopeful husband. The night of the gala was perfect. She was radiant in a backless gown, holding court, Mark lingering at the edge of her circle like a loyal dog. She thought this was her victory lap. During the main presentation, I took the stage, ostensibly to give my annual speech as a board member. I started by talking about loyalty, about trust, about foundations. Then, I looked directly at her. The projector screen behind me, meant to show fundraising goals, flickered to life. It wasn't a spreadsheet. It was a photo. A crystal-clear image of her and Mark kissing on the balcony of the Peninsula Hotel, Chicago skyline glittering behind them. Collective gasps sucked the air from the grand ballroom. Then came the audio, her voice recorded in her own car, laughing with Mark about how she was going to take me for everything I had. He's just so predictable, her voice echoed through the silent room. Her face, a mask of horror, was illuminated by the glow of her own betrayal. She was ruined, not just socially, but legally. The prenup she thought she could break was ironclad. Reinforced by the mountain of evidence of her infidelity and financial deceit, she lost everything. The house, the accounts, her reputation. The last time I saw her, she was loading boxes into a U-Haul, her designer clothes packed next to cheap cardboard. Mark was nowhere to be seen. He'd vanished the day after the gala, a coward to the end. My revenge was complete, but the victory felt hollow. I still live in the brownstone. Sometimes late at night, I look out the window at the apartment across the street. The light in that bedroom window is always dark now. The end.